This is Krishna Kumar Dindasi from Rana.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Ashram Devotee. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. This is Shyama Kuri Devidasi from Shavalle. Thank you, Mataji, for all your wonderful services. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Shyama Gauri Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call. Hare Krishna. Anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all the assembled devotees. This is Indulekha Karuna Devidasi from Link.
Hare Krishna, Indulekha Karuna Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for being there always behind the scenes and supporting this Bhakti Sanga calls every morning. Thank you so much, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sanga Japa conference call. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for joining the call, and thank you for giving your introduction every day. And we are very grateful to you for joining the call every single day, to all the Matajis and the Prabhus who are all joining. So welcome to the call. So we will be moving on to the next session, that is Srimad Bhagavatam, which will be given by His Grace Krishna Dhan Prabhuji. And before moving to the call, I would like to hand over the call to Hg Saha Prabhu for giving a brief introduction about His Grace Krishna Dhan Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hg Saha Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Nanatnam. I offer my obeisances to all assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Here is a very brief introduction for our today's speaker. His Grace Krishna Dhan Das. Krishna Dhan Prabhuji is a senior brahmachari and a full-time preacher at ISKCON Nasik since 2008. Prabhuji is presently the president of ISKCON Nasik and looks after youth preaching activities in Nasik. As the founder and director of Shamruddhi School of Leadership, Prabhuji has been stressing on how crucial it is to train and guide the teenagers. Prabhuji's recently published book, Get Set Go Students Success Handbook, is highly acclaimed for its lucidity, and it's a practical guide in Krishna consciousness. Prabhuji's motivational speaking has struck chords with many industrialists and also youth in bringing all to the platform of Krishna consciousness. Prabhuji's seminars and courses based on Vedic scriptures have found a niche among corporates and colleges across Mumbai. Prabhuji is also the committee member of Gopal Garden High School. Here's a very, very brief introduction for Prabhuji. Over to you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hg Saha Prabhu. Thank you so much for very gracefully introducing our His Grace Krishna Dhan Prabhu. Thank you for all your services on Bhakti Sangha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha conference call. Hare Krishna, Krishna Dhan Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Please welcome to the call. And we are very fortunate today to have you on the call to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the verse will be from Canto 7, chapter 6, verse number. Please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Over to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for your kind words, and let us begin by chanting invocation and prayer. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaiham Dadati Swapadantikam वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता स्त्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna. So I'll share the screen for the
Yes, Prabhuji.
sloka. Today's class will be a little short because I have not much strength in my throat. And also we have Amrendra Prabhu in Nasik, so I have to attend to him after some time. Let us see how much we can do. So we are discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 6, which is entitled Prahlad Instructs to His Classmates, verse number 10. Kvanvarthatrušnām visrujet प्राणेभ्योऽपि य ईप्सितः यं क्रीणात्यसुभिः प्रेष्ठैस्तस्करः सेवको वणिक्. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: money is so dear that one conceives of money as being sweeter than honey. Therefore, who can give up the desire to accumulate money, especially in household life? Thieves, professional servants, soldiers, and merchants try to acquire money even by risking their very dear lives. Purport: how money can be dearer than life is indicated in this verse. Thieves may enter the house of a rich man to steal money at the risk of their lives. Because of trespassing, they may be killed by guns or attacked by watchdogs, but still they try to commit burglary. What do they risk? Why do they risk their lives only to get some money? Similarly, a professional soldier is recruited into the army and he accepts such service with the risk of dying on the battlefield only for the sake of money. In the same way, merchants go from one country to another on boats at the risk of their lives, or they dive into the water of the sea to collect pearls and valuable gems. Thus, it is practically proved, and everyone will admit, that money is sweeter than honey. One may risk everything to acquire money, and this is especially true of rich men who are too attached to household life. Formerly, of course, the members of the higher caste, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, everyone but the Shudras, were trained in the Gurukul to adhere to a life of renunciation and sense control by practicing brahmacharya and
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, Prabhuji is froze.
Okay, Prabhuji got dropped off.
Sorry, I got
Yeah.
sorry, I got disconnected. Am I audible now?
Yes, yes,
In the
Prabhuji.
It is not.
So we were reading formerly, of course, the members of the higher caste, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, everyone but the Shudras were trained in the Gurukula to adhere to a life of renunciation and sense control by practicing brahmacharya and mystic yoga. Then they were allowed to enter household life, and there have consequently been many instances in which great kings and emperors have given up household life. Although they were extremely opulent and were the masters of the kingdoms, they could give up all their possessions because they were trained early as brahmacharis. Prahlad Maharaj's advice is therefore very appropriate. Kaumara acharit pragyo dharman bhagavatan iha durlabam manusham janma tadapya dhruvam arthadam. One who is sufficiently intelligent should use the human form of body from the very beginning of life, in other words, from the tender age of childhood, to practice the activities of devotional service. Giving up all other engagements, the human body is most rarely achieved. And although temporary like other bodies, it is meaningful because in human life, one can perform devotional service. Even a slight amount of sincere devotional service can give one complete perfection. Human society should take advantage of this instruction. So, just a quick overview again of the verse. So, basically, what we are discussing is we are discussing that Prahlad Maharaj is now teaching his classmates during some recession, maybe, or some off class. And the very first verse of this chapter is Kaumara Macharit Pragya, which is again quoted by Srila Prabhupada in his purport to today's verse. So, Prahlad Maharaj is intending to the other sons of the demons or his classmates that from the tender age one should practice this one should practice this process of devotional service, and he gave many reasons why one should do that. That he told that how our time goes, in sleeping and in all these activities, how our time passes, and as we grow, our attachments also grow. And in today's verse, Prahlad is basically talking about, and Prabhupada is immediately connecting the same verse with the first verse with which the instruction began. So, that when we grow up and when we start working, then we have this sense of, or we can say the obsession of earning money, and it will consume a lot of our consciousness, time, energy, and we will be left with no time, energy for performing devotional services. So, this verse is the who artha trishnam vistrujet. Who can give up trishna for artha? Artha trishnam is the word. Artha trishnam, like trishna means desire, right? Strong desire. Trishna means desire. Like I have trishna for some object. So it means I strongly desire that object. So that is called as trishna. Basically, when we talk about sense gratification, that we talk about vishaya trishna. That means a strong urge to obtain something. There is a difference between kamana and trishna. Kamana basically means I just I can have kamana for a number of things, right? But trishna, when kamana turns in, trishna is a higher grade of kamana. Kamana is, in a general sense, some desire or some want. I want something, and trishna means I'm ready to do anything to get that. Getting the point? So So kamna is just a basic desire. And trishna means I am ready to do anything to fulfill that desire. So that is trishna. So what is being talked here is not about artha, but artha trishna. This is the word specifically speaking. Artha trishna. So artha trishna is condemned, not artha, by the way. Otherwise, don't misunderstand. We have to give up all our wealth or what? No, artha is never condemned in our Vedic literature. Because artha, if you see, is one of the four purusharthas as well. We have dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. So these are the four purusharthas which everyone is supposed to strive for. Purushartha means you have to spend your energy and time for the fulfillment of these four. Because anyway, we have to do that. So the first one is dharma, then artha, kama, and moksha. So basically, these four purusharthas are sandwich, They are sandwiched between, let us say, I can just demonstrate this. Maybe to, yeah, I have a whiteboard. So here we have dharma, then we have kama, then we have artha. Specifically, this is the sequence: dharma, artha, kama, and lastly we have moksha. So if you see, this is the sandwich. The things sandwich is defined by the top layer and the bottom layer, right? And in between we have so many vegetables. Bhagavad Gita is also compared to a sandwich like that. The first 6 chapters are karma yoga, the last 6 chapters are jnana yoga, and in between then there is bhakti yoga, the first middle 6 chapters. So these four purusharthas basically when we discuss, so dharma, artha, kama, moksha, one has to acquire money, artha, because that we cannot sustain without that. We need that. And one need to have kama. Basically, kama doesn't only necessarily mean lust or sex desire, but kama is basically it means anything which we want to create, right? And therefore, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. I am that kam which is not against dharma. So this dharma is highly talked about everywhere. So this dharma, when this artha and kama, they are sandwiched between dharma and moksha, then they are good. But if, or the problem with the people is that they don't want dharma today and they forget, they have given moksha to moksha. They don't want moksha. So only artha and kama, when they focus on, then situation becomes troublesome and problematic. Our Vedic society knew this, and therefore they provided us the sandwich, that dharma dhishtitha. Okay, you want to earn artha, money, no problem, you earn, but dharma should be the foundation. You want to fulfill your kam, so many desires, no problem. Dharma should be the foundation. But don't forget the ultimate goal, moksha, and that was the sandwich, So, so this sandwich has to be understood properly. And therefore, the point is, I was showing you this in the verse that Artha Trishnam. So, Artha is not bad. That Artha Trishna is bad. And therefore, we have from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 16th chapter, Daivi Asuri Sampada, which talks about divine and demoniac qualities of persons. So in that 16th chapter, the 12th verse, it says, Asha Pasha Shatairbadha Kama Krodha Parayanaha Ihante Kama Bhogartham Anyayenartha Sanchayan. Asha Pasha Shatairbadha. Shatair means 100. Baddha means bound. Bound by hundreds of ropes of desires. Asha Pasha. Pasha means the ropes binding. Asha Pasha Shatair Baddha. And the person is Kama Krodha Parayanaha. The person is conquered by lust and anger. Ihante Kama Bhogartham. And to fulfill their lusty desires, Kama Bhogartham, Anyayena Artha Sanchayan. Anyaya means what? Illegal means. The person is ready to earn. Artha Sanchayan. Artha Sanchaya means earning money. So, when the person is only focused on fulfilling the desires, gratifying the senses, and fully focused on earning for that purpose, to the extent that the person will acquire money even by illegal means, that's an Asuri Pravritti. That's an Asuri Pravritti. And therefore, when I was conducting some sessions on Gita to corporate audiences, and wherein I was talking about the Bhagavad Gita has solution to all the problems. So one person raised a hand and he said, how can corruption be solved based on Bhagavad Gita? And then I quoted this verse, that 16.12. Actually, Bhagavad Gita has solution to all the problems of life. And he was talking about corruption. So corruption basically happens because of that illicit earning or illegal earning. So the person, they want money without any hard work, and they want to fulfill the greed, Fulfilling the need is not a problem. Like Mahatma Gandhi used to say, the world has sufficient for everyone's need, but not for everyone's greed. So that greed is the problem. So that greed for money is the problem, which is being addressed in today's verse as Artha Trishna. And Prahlad Maharaj very beautifully said, Artha Trishna, Konu Visrujet, who can give up Artha Trishna? And Prane Bhyopi Yaha Ipsitaha. Ipsitaha means desired. Prane Bhyopi means greater than Prana. So it means it is greater than life. Actually, there is no word honey in the translation, in the Sanskrit words here, but Prabhupada has used that, a common phrase, money is sweeter than honey. If you say madhu word, you will not find in the verse. So Prabhupada sometimes take it as an advantage, and it's a contemporary translation of the verse, we can say. But actually what is being said over here is prane bhyopi yaha ipsitaha. Means people consider that as a greater than their life. Pran means your life, and prane bhyopi means greater than life. Ipsita means desire. So greater than their life, people desire that. And krinati asubihi. Asubihi means one own life they try to acquire. And 3 examples are given in this verse, that how at the cost of their life they want to acquire something. Taskaraha, Sevakaha, and Vanik. These are the three examples. Taskaraha means a thief, and Prabhupada mentions in the purport also about these three. Taskara means a thief. Thief, thieves, they risk their lives, at the cost of being caught. And Prabhupada writes, mm, they may be killed by the guns or attacked by the watchdogs, but they still try to commit the burglary. So this is the example of a thief. They might be caught at any time. They can be shot dead at any time. And once they are caught up in the police, the treatment given to them. But still, they risk their lives. For what? For money. Arth Krishnam. So it's dangerous. Second is Sevakaha. Sevakaha means a professional servant. Professional servant, and Prabhupada sometimes translate it as a professional soldier which recruited in the army. And they also have to go. Professional servant can be anything, like even a policeman. Their lives are also at risk. So people choose such types of professions. Sometimes they have to work in such professions. What to do? But they are also risking their lives, right? And Vanika, a merchant. They also risk their lives, right? Sometimes, that and Prabhupada gives this, some merchants go from one country to another country at the risk of their lives and dive into the water sometimes to collect the pearls and valuable gems. So these three examples, and Prabhupada with these three examples say that, and thus it is practically proved and everyone will admit that money is sweeter than honey. So these are the three examples which are quoted by Prahlad Maharaj, and Prabhupada convinces us through these three examples that yes, it's very dangerous. Artha Trishna is dangerous. That someone is ready to give up their lives even for the purpose of acquiring wealth. And when we are talking about the merchant, this example comes in my mind immediately when we say that one time there was a merchant. This story comes. This is in Vrindavan. Sanatana Goswami's story. You also must have heard. There was a merchant. Sanatana Goswami used to worship Madan Mohan Vigraha, and he used to serve them not very opulently, but as per his capacity, yathamati yatha shakti, that whatever atta he used to beg from the city, from the households, and mix it with Yamuna Jal, and the same thing he used to offer. And sometimes we have heard that pastime many times, the deity used to say, Sanatan, at least mix some salt in that. And Sanatan used to say, today you are asking for salt and tomorrow you'll ask for sugar, and so tomorrow you'll ask for some rabdi, and then how I will get that? I am a Babaji, be satisfied with this. So Sanatan Goswami used to serve the deity, but out of love and affection. Bhaktya yoma bhaktya prayachati. So he would serve Lord out of love, with firm conviction in this Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam verse of Srimad Bhagavad Gita 9.26. So one time there was a merchant, and the merchant's name is said to be Mr. Kapoor. There was a merchant and who was coming from the river over there. At that time, Yamuna might be larger than what we see today. And when he was coming, his ship got stuck up there and was unable to move. And there was a storm also, it is said. So he started praying to the Lord, please help, please help. Nothing was happening. And all of a sudden, something happened. And then Mr. Kapoor was guided. He came out of the boat and he started pleading to Sanatana Goswami, please help. And Sanatana Goswami did wave his chadar, and then storm stop. And Sanatana Goswami said, pray to Radha Madan Mohan, they will help you. And he prayed, and then everything was like smooth. And then he went and did all his business, everything he did. And he came back and he wanted to offer some money as a reciprocation to Sanatana Goswami. And you know what Sanatana Goswami asked for? Sanatana Goswami said, I don't want anything. Madan Mohan has helped you build a marvelous temple for Madan Mohanji. And the temple which we see today, the Madan Mohanji's temple, the whole opulent and gorgeous temple was built by that donation received from Mr. Kapoor at that time in the 15th, 16th century. So he was also about to die in that storm, afraid of. So these three examples, and we day in and day out see these three examples. Professional servants sometimes dying, and businessmen, they risk their lives, and thieves, what to speak of them. So this is in nutshell that yes, Artha Trishna is bad. We just don't need to give up Artha, but we need to give up Artha Trishna. Because we need to be convinced that, money is not everything. Prabhupada has right, money is sweeter than honey. We feel that, but money is not everything. Why Prahlad is talking about this? No, Prahlad is talking about this to his classmates, and later on Prahlad became the king, So Prahlad, now the Prahlad is instructing to his classmates, and then the Hiranyakashipu will die at the hands of Narasimhadev, and then later on we'll see that Prahlad now became the ruler of the kingdom. So he was fabulously rich. So richness is not the problem, wealth is not the problem. The problem is Artha Krishna, which consumes our consciousness day in and day out. So Prahlad is trying to convince to his classmates that don't let your consciousness being consumed by this Artha Krishna. And you are kids now, you don't have much responsibility of earning money and everything. So therefore, Tomaram Acharit Pragyo Dharman Bhagavad. Therefore, from the beginning of your childhood, now you can practice bhakti. And therefore, actually, Srila Prabhupada, if you see, stresses this point in the purport also, wherein he says that Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, they were trained like that. They were allowed to enter household life, and they have consequently been many instances in which the great kings and emperors have given up the household life, retirement training, brahmacharya. So acquiring money is not a problem. What we need to do is we need to train people how to handle money. We need to train people to live a simple life. And once they learn to value the simple life, simple living, high thinking, as what we say, then it will be very easy for them to handle this money in the later stages of their lives. Otherwise, just they will enter into the market, and it's money business, and then the consciousness is constantly consumed by that, and that's the trouble. Therefore, we need to understand that money is not everything. As we say in our various sessions, the money can buy you machines, but not the meaningful relationships. They can buy you a wedding ring, but not a loving spouse. Good servants, but not friends. Money can buy you bungalows, but not the home. Money can buy you sleeping pills, not the sleep. Money can buy you medicines, but not the health. Money can buy you some entertainment, but not the happiness. So like that, money can buy you some of the things, but our life is not just made up of money and all the stuff. So money is certainly needed for us to take care of our essentials. But when obviously with some extra money, there can be some little comforts also in our lives. But there should not be an obsession. Obsession should not be there for this money. And therefore, Srimad Bhagavatam 4:22-33. This is also a good verse which talks about the effect of money. For human society, constantly thinking of how to earn money and apply it for sense gratification brings about the destruction of everyone's interest. What is our interest? Nate vidu swartha gatim hi vishnum durashayaya bair arthmalinaha. So our real self-interest we forget. And when it becomes devoid of the knowledge and devotional service, he enters into the spaces of life like those of trees and stones, my God. see the end result, what we are going to get if we lose our focus on our real self-interest and just focus our attention on the interest which the money is going to provide, not the self-interest, but the interest on the money. So it brings about destruction of everyone's interest. So this is also, I thought, a powerful verse which talks about the ill effects of just focusing our consciousness on the earth, Trishna. So our real wealth, actually, what is our real wealth? Our real treasure is beyond these four arthas, what we discussed. What we discussed, this, our real wealth is called as Pancham Purushartha, and that is Prema. This is our real wealth, and which is called as, which Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, it's the Panchama Purushartha. Now we have these four Purusharthas we saw. So this Prema is the Panchama Purushartha, and which is the Purushartha Shiromani. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give us this Pancham Purushartha. Prema Pumartho Mahan, love of Godhead. This is the gift which Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give all of us. And same Sanatana Goswami's life we can see, just now we discussed that story of the merchant. In Sanatana Goswami's life, there is another instance. There was a Brahmana who worshipped Lord Shiva for some material boon, and his desire was very specific, He wanted a touchstone. He wanted a touchstone so that wherever he can touch, it can produce gold. And that was his desire. And then he did a lot of austerity, and he pleased Lord Shiva by his austerities. And Lord Shiva then said, okay, my dear sir, what do you want? And he said, I want touchstone. He said, Tathastu. There is one Babaji there on the bank of the Manasi Ganga in Vrindavan. You go and meet him, he has the touchstone, he will give you. And then the Brahmana said, okay, very good, very nice, I'll go. So he took the word of Lord Shiva and then went to Vrindavan, went to Manasi Ganga. There he happened to meet Sanatana Goswami. Sanatana Goswami, I heard from Lord Shiva that you have a touchstone. He said, yes. Do you want? He said, yes. Obviously, for that reason only I have come over here. And then the Sanatana Goswami directed him, okay, you see that dustbin near the door of the cottage, you will find the touchstone there. He went there and he was a little confused. Okay, dustbin, how come? So he goes there, takes out, okay, there seems to be a touchstone. Let me try. And then he tried at one place, two place, and then immediately the gold was converted into, the iron pieces were converted into gold, and he was so happy, jubilantly started dancing. I got the touchstone and started running away, not even thanking Sanatana Goswami for the touchstone. And then when he went and he started thinking, converting everything gold, and he started thinking, Sanatana Goswami has kept this gold, this touchstone in the dustbin. It means that he must be having something greater than this. Let me go and ask if I can get something greater than touchstone. And then he again came back and then meets Sanatana Goswami and says, Sanatan, there is a discussion ensued between the two, and then he asked Sanatan, do you have something higher? You have kept this touchstone in the dustbin. It means something higher you must be having. Sanatan said, yes, I have. Do you want that? He said, okay, why not? And then Sanatan said, okay, there is a river Yamuna flowing nearby. You just go and throw this touchstone in the Yamuna river and come back, I'll give you something higher than that. And he had already obtained the touchstone. So he has developed some trust in Sanatana Goswami. He went, followed his words, threw the touchstone, came back, give me something higher. And then Sanatana Goswami initiated him into the chanting of the mantra called Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He said, this is the real touchstone. This touchstone of this Krishna Mahamantra, it can touch any heart, any person, and convert the person into a Shuddha Bhakta. Anyone who chants this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Aho bato shwa pachoto gariyan yajjivagre vartate nama tubhyate manuchur nama grinanti yate. Anyone who chants this name, Swadopi Sadyah Savanaya Kalpita, even a dog eater can be converted into a, even a dog eater is greater, he can attain the position and become eligible to perform yagyas. That's the the potency of the Nama Chintamani. Touchstone in Sanskrit is called as Chintamani. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nitya Mukto Abhinnatvat Nama Namino. This is the holy name is non-different from the Lord. Therefore, this I'll write this. Nama Chintamani Krishna. So what is this Lord's holy name? Is Chintamani. Wanted to write in Devanagari, but okay, let us see. And on the contrary, we have another thing which is called as see these two differentiating things, Chintamani and Chinta for money. So Prahlad Maharaj is saying in nutshell in today's verse, Artha Trishna is the word. It means Chinta for money. He is saying give up your Chinta for money and look for Chinta money in your life. Getting that? Give up Chinta for money, anxiety, Trishna, Artha Trishna, and look for Chintamani. Chintamani Prakara Sadma Sukalpa Vriksha. Every stone is a touchstone in the spiritual world. And this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also a Chintamani. It's more than Chintamani. And then Sanatana Goswami convinced this person to chant, and this person became so jubilant and happy. So the point is, we also need to spend our time, energy in not only being anxious and obsessed with money, but to develop this Prema Purushartha, Prema Pumartha Mahan, dedicate our time and energy for that cause. And whatever money we have now, something practical, and we will end after this. That okay, we do have money now, and we have Prahlad Maharaj, as we discussed, examples of many persons who were rich, and Prahlad, in fact, he will also become rich in the future. Means he will have some kingdom, but the training kind of thing, what Prabhupada mentions, that needs to be provided. And as a grihastha, we earn money. Do we have shapes here? Thank you. Let me draw something clear and good. So this what we are going to talk now is so yeah. When we earn some money, we need to divide that into these three circles. And these three circles basically this is also again shown by the example of Sanatana Goswami when he gave up everything and when he surrendered to Lord Chaitanya. So your current maintenance, first thing is, for this purpose we need to use our money. Second is for future emergencies, and third is for charity. So this is how Sanatana Goswami divided his wealth. Obviously his percentage was different. 25% he gave it to his relatives and some current spendings. 25% he kept it for future emergencies, and 50% he gave in charity. So as per as we say, yatha mati yatha bhakti yatha shakti, as per one's capacity. So how do we give that anxiety for money? Just because we are householders and we need to earn. Yes, we can earn, but we need to balance our wealth through this, because wealth need not be most of the times when we don't have this, then we end up into sense gratification, and that is very dangerous. So whatever is required for my current maintenance, my living, and therefore in current maintenance also we need to follow the principle of simple living and high thinking. Based on this only, this current maintenance has to be dealt with. And for future emergencies, like like many times people have these medical policies and like that. So some emergency may come up. So some emergency fund needs to be maintained, and obviously charity. This charity needs to be done, dhanam, because shuddhyanti danaihi. In 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, it says that different things are purified by different items, Kalena snana shauchabhyam. There's a verse like that. So how do you purify your money? Our money is purified, like if I give you a bundle of 500 rupees notes, and then how do you purify those notes? By dipping them into the water or what? Let us wash all these notes and purify. No. Shuddhyanti danaihi. That you purify your money by charity, by donation. So when we give charity, actually we purify our whatever earnings we have, and even in this is the benefit of Gurukul training. What Prabhupada emphasizes in the purport actually, that in Gurukul we have a desire that we give everything to the Guru, and then like Krishna and Sudama, when they were in the ashram of the Guru, they would beg alms, and then whatever they would get, they would submit everything to Guru, and then after that whatever Guru gives you, that becomes yours as prasad of the Guru. So even money for that matter, and I can remember this. Obviously there are high standards. This there was a disciple of Ramanujacharya, Puresh, and he would earn some wealth and then give it everything to Ramanujacharya, and then Ramanujacharya, then whatever he would give him back, based on that he would sustain. So like that. But obviously there are high standards. We don't have our gurus and we give everything to Guru, and then whatever Guru gives. But at least the principle of division, three principles of division in a circle, whatever we earn, that can be actually a practical tip for all the householders to follow and implement based on the divisions what were made by Sanatana Goswami before he surrendered everything at the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya. So yeah, this is all what I wanted to share with all of you. Thank you very much. Are there any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to Guru Gauranga. What a wonderful class, Prabhuji. And the very important topic, money. We don't think about it, that money is not everything, but money is something. But again, like to purify that, we need to donate. What a beautiful, way of explanation. I won't take much of your time because you said you don't have time today because Amrendra Prabhu, he's great. Amrendra Prabhu is in Nasik today. So I'll ask the devotees if they have any questions, please unmute yourself and raise your hand. I do see one raised hand.
Maybe
Vasudhara
we
Devi.
take one or two. Yeah.
Yeah. Vasudhara.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Mataji. Thanks for the opportunity. Prabhuji, thank you so much. It was really great. Lot of insights. The simple thing that, Kamana and, Artha Trishna, that was really great. Unfortunately, though I've taken up to devotional services, I have a lot of Kamanas. Simply put, even like, what do you call, eating good food, variety of food, looking presentable, wearing good clothes. So I felt today, it was bad. Would you be able to give some kind of suggestion, how does one kind of, because I suppose these are also kind of anarthas that would come in the way of getting to become a pure devotee or getting to render pure devotional services. Is my understanding right, Prabhuji?
Very good question, Mataji.
So how do one overcome
Thank you
even
for
these
this.
kamanas? Thank you, Prabhuji.
For
Hare
this
Krishna.
very, very good and pertinent question. Actually, yeah. So as I mentioned, this is from Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter. I think verse number 11. Yeah. Dharma aviruddha bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. Krishna says that I am that kamana which are not against or which are not contrary to dharma. So when we take up to the process of devotional service and when we follow the principles of bhakti in our life, so what we need to take care is Rupa Goswami's that principle of surrender is anukulyasya sankalpaha pratikulyasya varjanam. Whatever is anukul to my devotional service, I will accept that, and whatever is pratikul, I will reject that. So that we need to understand. So similarly, what we are saying, yeah, I want to look presentable and I want to eat. Yeah. So nowhere in devotion it is condemned that you should not wear good clothes, or rather we have a whole Vaishnava attire given to us, that we wear in a such some way, at least on a sadhaka stage. We are not asked to wear like something like the Goswamis of Vrindavan. Obviously, we are in the world, and we have to follow the protocols of the world. And I won't say them as kamanas, but I can say they are the basic necessities of life. Like I am thirsty and I am drinking water. So the thirst is there. I can't say that why should I fulfill my desire? So we are living in the material world and we have to deal with the matter. But we have been given a way by which they can be purified. While drinking, I can think, Raso ham apsu kaunteya, Krishna is the taste of water. You want to eat some good food, no problem. Offer it to the Lord and then eat prasadam. Srila Prabhupada used to say, ours is a kitchen religion. Why is to say that? That we distribute prasadam to all persons, and prasadam is supposed to be sattvic and paustic and tasty as well, right? So these are the three characteristics of food should possess, sattvic, paustic, and ruchikar, tasty. So that it should be tasty. You can't say I'm giving up sense gratification and I will eat like Sanatan Goswami, some atta, some Yamuna Jal, and just that's enough for my meal. No. So we will not be able to sustain that. they were able to. Why? Because you see, their standard is totally different. Raghunath Das Goswami, he used to drink some drops of chance once in 3 days, and he would say that I'm doing sense gratification. That is their standard. We are not on that standard. As I said, therefore, we are on the sadhaka platform, and those people, they were on the siddha platform. So once you are on the siddha platform, then what kind of food comes on your plate, or whether it comes or whether it doesn't come, doesn't matter to you. But we are on the sadhaka platform. Obviously, we need to go and transcend this param drushpa nivartate. We need to develop some higher taste for the practices given. But we have the process with us. We need not give that process up, right? That what is the process? Use everything in the service of the Lord. Prapanchikataya buddhya hari sambandhi vastunah mumukshibhi parityago vairagyam phalgu kathyate. What is the phalgu vairagya? Not understanding prapanchikataya buddhya. Prapanchik buddhi means understanding everything to be material and not understanding their Krishna connection. You know, you are talking about dressing well. No, the gopis would dress well themselves, but for the pleasure of Krishna. I want to please Krishna, and therefore we will decorate. Kaviraj Goswami has a lot of explanation in Chaitanya Charitamrita about that. You know, the gopis would wear ornaments and dress themselves, but for the pleasure of Krishna. We have Mother Yashoda feeding everything, making all those items, milk items and this item and that item. Chaitanya Charitamrita, if you read all the full pages of description of the food which Mahaprabhu used to honor, but that is all prasadam. So we can offer everything. That is actually yukta vairagya. You know, one is phalgu vairagya. I define that from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and another one is yukta vairagya. Ihayasya haryardasya karmana manasa gira nikhilashtvapyavastasu jivan mukta. That person is called as jivan mukta when his body, words and minds are there, and you have everything, but use it in Krishna's service and for the pleasure of Krishna. That is yukta vairagya. So we don't want that phalgu vairagya, but what we want, the principle Rupa Goswami has given us is yukta vairagya. So when we have that principle in action, then we can make progress in bhakti with our daily routine lives as well. I hope it satisfies them.
Yes, Prabhuji, thanks a lot. Just a follow-up short question. Yes, we certainly do that. Only thing is, I felt, at least in my case, I'm doing that because I like them. I want to be like that. And then I say, okay, Krishna, I'm doing it because it pleases you also. It's not that, giving the primary focus to Krishna and pleasing Krishna, I'm doing that. I mean, hope I'm clearing it, Prabhuji. It's like, I'm liking it. I want this food. I want to eat that food. I prepare it and then offer it to Krishna. I suppose it should be the other way around. This is what Krishna likes, so I should also like it. I don't know if I'm making clear. So that's where I
It's a first
seriously
stage. It's a first stage that I like this item, then I offer it to Krishna, and then I eat that as prasadam. But this is not 3 meals, 7 days, right?
Okay.
We won't always do that. Many times, yeah, we do take meals sometimes which we don't like, but we then honor them as prasad, right? So we need to develop that consciousness also simultaneously. In the beginning stages, it is good that I like pizza, I offer pizza to Krishna, and then I eat that pizza as prasadam. But when tomorrow someone gives me some salad as Krishna prasadam, and that salad prasad, so I should start seeing that also as the mercy of Krishna as prasad. So we need to practice that. So I'm not saying give up this process of offering pizza and then eating, but start developing the vision that whatever I don't like, but also we are going to be human beings, right? Because we don't have to make Krishna consciousness miserable. Krishna says, it is, see, in a sense that sometimes some devotees take it in a so negative way that, I have to eat everything which Krishna likes and I don't like. then only I am an advanced devotee. No, we do have our likings and we are going to have that. So we just need to Krishnaize them. That's all. We just need to Krishnaize them. So it should not happen that tomorrow I am going to McDonald's and then I'll pizza and then okay, we can stop that, right? I can prepare something on my own with the consciousness that let us offer it to Krishna and then I'm going to have it as a prasadam. So there is nothing wrong in it. There's nothing wrong in it.
Okay. Last one follow-up question, if you don't mind, continuation of the same. Is it something the consciousness kind of transcends to that state of mind by one's endeavor, or is that it gradually happens, Prabhuji? Like, we practice the limbs of devotional services, right? So is it that the sadhaka transcends that kind of, consciousness, gets into that kind of consciousness gradually, or is that an extra endeavor has to be put in by the sadhaka?
Yeah,
That's
when
it, Prabhuji.
both together, when you put endeavors from your side to uplift your consciousness, it will take some time and it will happen gradually. At one point of time, आज मुझे प्रसाद में ये मिला है, okay, I will enjoy this. So gradually it happens. So it's a matter of practice, and the more we practice, the more, the practice makes man perfect, as they say. So we need to practice this also to uplift our consciousness and param drushpa nivartate. Once, like King Parikshit is best example. King Parikshit, because of thirst, all the problems happened, right? He had thirst for drinking water. He went into the Shamik Muni's cave or gufa, whatever it is, and then not getting attention, then he put dead snake. So the whole story took a turn there because of the thirst, right? He was thirsty, wanted water, and he went there. And when everything happened, he is sitting on the bank of the Ganges and listening to Harikatha. What he says, Naishati dussaha kshunmam tyaktodam apibadhate pibantam tvanmukham bhoja chutam harikatamrutam. Harikatam, I am drinking Harikatha now. Naishati dussaha kshunmam tyaktodam apibadhate. I have given up water, I have given up eating everything, but that thirst and hunger are not troubling me anymore because I am drinking the nectar of Harikatha from your lotus mouth. So, how he went there? Just because of the trouble created by that thirst. And now he's saying that I have transcended the thirst and now you keep on speaking. This he says in the 10th. So the point is, he has reached that stage slowly. So we also, when the practice given to us by Rupa Goswamis, we are called as Rupanugas. So when we practice, we also will attain some stage someday. And at least some stage we have come up to today also, right? We have the hope that our day one in Krishna consciousness, where were we? And now, whatever, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years later, where are we? So at least when we look back, at least we have some growth. We see some progress in our param drushpa nivartate, right? So it's not that we haven't obtained any higher taste in Krishna consciousness. We have obtained, at least in some fields and somewhere, right? At least we have lost some attraction to some mundane songs which we used to listen to previously, right? To some extent, yeah. So this is the proof that the process of bhakti is working on us. So let the process work on us.
Okay.
We are the product.
Yes. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandal pranams, grateful to you. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji, for that wonderful question, and thank you, Prabhuji, for that wonderful answer. Do you have some more time, Prabhuji?
We can take one thing. One Sukakar Krishna Prabhu. We need to listen to him.
Sukakar Krishna Das Prabhu. Please go ahead. Prabhuji, unmute. I don't see him muted. Unmute yourself, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Aditi Mataji, for my chant. Thank you, Shyamagari Mataji. When I see you, Krishna Dhan Prabhu, I can see Krishna's pure devotee giving a class. You're so good, Prabhu. I'm really a fan of you. You're really wonderful. You're my son, Prabhu. You're so good. So fantastic. Shyamagari Mataji, bring him every week. He's so good. He's so good. Prabhu, मुझे अभी नासिक में I feel like coming and staying with you. इतना मुझे आपसे चुंबक हो गया आपने।
मोस्ट वेलकम।
प्रभु मुझे एक पूछना है, दिस आई लाइक आमरस पूरी वेरी मच, आमरस पूरी। अभी तो मैंगो सीजन आ रहा है, बट आई नो दैट कृष्णा आल्सो लव्स मैंगो, यशोदा मै गिव्स, so I can buy lot of amras bana ke. There's not a lust, no, there's not a what is that, trishna nahi hai na Prabhu. Is anything wrong if I have amras puri every day?
We can take it as a medicine also. Like I like mango juice, and when I showed to an frankly I'm telling, and I met one Ayurvedic doctor, and he said for your prakriti, you should take mango milkshake every day in the month of April, May.
Jai.
I said, wow, my prakriti is this. Thanks to you, doctor recommending you something which you like very much, right? But the same doctor, I have trust in him. When he asked me to drink mango juice, mango milkshake as a medicine, I offer it to Krishna and then drink, obviously.
Yes.
And when the same doctor asked me, when I was having fever, when the same doctor asked me to eat some kadwa neem leaves, I said, now I have to take this also.
Yes.
So yeah, so that is also now a medicine for me. So we need to take food as a medicine, otherwise medicines become our food, as there is a saying in English. So, but again, we don't take everything extra. You know, there is a there is a saying in Marathi, "Ati tethe mati." You know, anything which is a lot of full you take, and then it spoils everything.
Overeating.
Yeah, like atyahar, it is being mentioned. So we need to take care of that aspect, and then we can take whatever we want. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, this ISKCON Nashik now, you got program. I want your link. Amanindra Prabhu, some class will be there, no, today and all.
On ISKCON Nashik YouTube channel, you can get a live link. Just follow ISKCON Nashik. ISKCON Nashik channel is there. ISKCON Nashik, put on YouTube ISKCON Nashik live. You will get immediately. The program is at 7:30 in the evening. Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you so much. Because ISKCON,
yeah.
ISKCON Nashik is really good. Yours and Shiksha Singh Prabhu, all are so good. Udhar jo log hai, they're all very lucky. Every day there's so much nectar is coming. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you for your kind words and love.
Thank you.
Without hearing your words, my class doesn't become complete.
Thank
Your blessings and all of the Vaishnavas' blessings actually. I just come to seek your blessings and some kind words and love you share. Thank you.
Shamguru Mandi will call you every week. Every week she will call.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Dandot Pranam, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Very, very wonderful class, Prabhuji. As always, and like Sukakar Krishna Prabhu said, you should come every week to give class.
I have given my commitment at least once every month. Let us see how we can.
Yeah. Once a month, that is also fine, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. We are very fortunate to have your association, and we look forward to
you are my Amras Puri, mango milkshake.
Devotees. Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai. Hg Krishna Dhan Prabhuji ki Jai.
Bhakti Sanga Japa Group. Wonderful class, Hare Krishna.